Hey y'all, Shauna here. I am back with you guys today to do my week 33 and week 34 pregnancy update. So I mentioned in my previous video that my doctor wanted to start doing biophysical profile screenings during week 33. So I'm just going to start there and kind of explain what it is and how it went during week 33 and week 34. So, excuse me. So biophysical profile screenings for a baby, I basically go in and they do an ultrasound every week now. And they check a few things on baby. They check first his amniotic fluid levels. So they look for pockets around him and make sure all the fluid levels are good, that he has enough fluid left in the sac or whatever. And then they check also his fluid levels in his stomach and his bladder. If he has fluid in both his stomach and his bladder, it means that he is swallowing the fluid and expelling it. He's swallowing and peeing, which is good because it means all his systems are working the way they want them to. So they check those. Both week 33 and week 34, those levels were all great. Next, they check his heart. So we listen to his heart, they check his heart rate, and they also watch the chambers of his heart just to make sure they're all moving the way they should. So they look for the 4 chambers and make sure it's all moving. Both weeks, week 33 and week 34, that was all good too. Next, they check for fetal movements. So basically, they want to make sure he's moving around and also that he always comes back to a fetal position. So the way my doctor explained it is a normal, healthy baby will, at this stage, will wiggle, he'll kick, he'll push, he'll bend his back, but he'll always come back to that fetal position that babies are comfortable in. Both weeks 33 and 34, he did this beautifully. He was moving right away. They didn't even have to poke him or anything. And then lastly, they check for his practice breaths. So during the ultrasound, they want to see him taking practice breaths, which at this stage in pregnancy, babies should be taking practice breaths pretty regularly. They don't do it all the time, but they are doing it pretty regularly at this point at this stage in pregnancy. So they watch to see their diaphragm go up and down, indicating that they're taking their practice breaths. And they want to see them do multiple ones in a row and deep ones, not just teeny tiny ones. So in both weeks 33 and 34, he did that right away. That's the first thing they saw as soon as they started the ultrasound. Both the biophysical profile screening appointments are 30-minute appointments, so that because they want to give the baby at least 30 minutes to be able to achieve all these. But both times I was done within about 10 minutes because he did everything right away. We even had time to just kind of look around at him, look at his face. She gave me some pictures and things like that. So he's doing great on those, and that makes me really happy. Besides that, I am feeling him move a lot more. They're not as strong of movements, but I feel like he's moving all the time now. I hardly go more than probably 2 hours without feeling him moving around. And I can see my stomach moving a lot more, which is really exciting. Still been trying to catch it on camera. Still have not been able to. Most of the time, I don't know. I just can't catch it on camera. I don't know why. But he's doing great. So with me, symptom-wise, I'm doing really good too still. Week 33 and 34, not much has changed. Lower back pain is getting pretty bad. My hip pain is getting pretty bad, especially when I'm sitting for long periods of time. I notice my hip and pelvic region just hurt. They're just sore, but then if I get up and walk around for 5 or 10 minutes, it seems to kind of loosen up and not hurt as bad. So I've been trying. I have a job where I sit all day at a desk, so I've been trying to make sure I get up at least every hour and just walk around a little bit. But that's been hurting a lot. And then besides that, just a lot more pressure. I can feel him down low a lot now. When I stand up, sometimes I will have just peed and I'll stand up and I still feel like I have to pee. And it's just I can feel him pushing down on me, which is weird. It's the weirdest feeling in the world. But I can just feel pressure down there. I think it's also, I'm pretty swollen, so I think that has to do with it too. During this period, I finally started, during weeks 33 and 34, is when I first started noticing some swelling in my hands and my feet. It's not too bad, and I've been checking my blood pressure pretty regularly because I am pretty scared about preeclampsia. I have a history of high blood pressure in my family. My mom has high blood pressure, and she had preeclampsia with my little brother, and she had to deliver him at 36 weeks. So it's been something that I've been watching. But I'm not getting any of the other symptoms like headaches, and they check my urine every week at the doctor, and I don't have any of the other symptoms. So, and my blood pressure has always been great. I haven't ever had high blood pressure, so they're not worried about it, and I'm trying not to worry about it, but it is something I am keeping an eye on just in case. Besides that, when I went to the doctor, everything was good. Ultrasounds were great, like I mentioned. They did weigh me again. I did gain 1 more pound. So I started at -9 pounds. Well, I didn't start my pregnancy at -9 pounds. I was at -9 pounds previously, and I am now at -6 pounds. So I've gained 3 pounds back. Not a big deal. I was told that the 3rd trimester is when you start gaining the most weight, so I figured it would start coming back eventually. So no big deal. But besides that, me and baby are doing great, and I just wanted to update you guys. That was week 33 and 34. I will be getting at you guys soon with another story, because week 34 I did have a trip to the ER, but it's kind of a long story and it's not going to fit in this video. So it's going to be a separate video that will be coming very shortly. Me and baby are fine though, just so you guys know. And then I will get at you with the rest of my pregnancy updates. We're getting pretty close to the end here, and I can't wait. I also want to do a nursery tour here pretty soon. Oh, I did want to mention baby's name. I had meant to do that in this video. So, I'm going to do a nursery tour soon, and his name is already on his wall. So, I decided I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys his name instead of dragging it out anymore. We have chosen to name him Charles Raymond, or Charlie. It is both of our grandfathers' names. So my husband's grandfather's name was Charles, and my grandfather's name was Raymond. So both of them are family names. My husband and his grandfather were really, really close, and he passed away about 1.5 years ago, and it was really rough on the whole family. And so as soon as we found out we had a boy, we were having a boy, even though we had a separate name picked out, we both just kind of looked at each other and knew that we wanted to name him Charles and Charlie. And then Raymond, we had always known we were going to name the middle name Raymond. My middle name is Ray. My husband's middle name is Ray. All of our children are going to have some variation of Ray in their middle name, and we always knew the first boy was going to be Raymond. So that is his name. We are super excited to meet him. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen that, because we had our baby shower during week 34 as well, and you can see the little cake that says "Welcome Baby Charlie." But so that is another exciting thing. Baby shower went great as well. So anyways, y'all, that is it for this week, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, y'all.